Hello, my name is Terrell.
And my name is Alexandria.
We are up on this roof with Pastor Corey Brooks, trying to bring awareness to this community. And we've been just trying to figure out what we can do to play our part.
So for each and every day in February, we're going to highlight a Black entrepreneur.
Here we go.
I'm TaRhonda Jones, actress, director, rapper, philanthropist, jacktress of all trades, a woman with many hats.
All right, Ms. Jones, let's start from the beginning. How did everybody see you on TV and everything now, and movies and all over the screen. How did you get started?
Honestly, I was working 3 jobs before I landed my gig on Empire. I was a butcher at a grocery store here in Chicago, Jewel Osco. I was also an assistant manager at an all-men's shoe store, City Sports on 87th and the Dan Ryan. And I was an assistant director of nutritional services, cooking for the old folks at the nursing home.
Wow. Wow, wait, that's 3 different careers that you had at one time.
At one time.
First, how did you get into being a butcher?
I started out facing groceries. That's what I started out doing when I got my first job ever. My aunt, I love her, Santasha Beatty. She's the best. She gave me my first job fresh out of high school because I wanted to make some money right away. And I started out facing groceries at a grocery store. And that the department in that store, the meat department, they were looking for extra workers, and they said, "You got a promotion." And they just threw me in the back. And I was like, I don't know about no cutting no meat. I don't know nothing about no butchery. But me, I'm a quick learner. I catch on pretty fast. I ended up doing it, got it out the way, boom, got promoted.
So while you were doing all that, were you pursuing acting? Were you taking classes or anything?
I was not. The only thing I was doing during that time was focusing on working, trying to get some money, and my music. That was about it. And I remember my brother, shout out to Tim Streets, he ended up hitting me up because an engineer of ours here in Chicago we do music with, he hit him up saying, "Hey, Terrence Howard is looking for female rappers in their 20s. I think your sister would be dope for this opportunity. You should hit her up and let her know this opportunity should not be passed." I'm thinking Terrence Howard looking for rappers whole time. They're looking for actors. And I remember going into the casting call thinking I was going to rap, but ended up auditioning for Empire and I got the role.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you had no clue.
Nope.
You didn't even want to get into it. You had no idea.
It's not that I didn't want to get into this industry. I knew some form, shape, way I wanted to be some form of entertainer. I just didn't know how or when it was going to happen.
So when they said they were looking for rappers, that's a different field than acting.
It's still an entertainer.
But were you more comfortable with like, oh, I'm a rapper anyway? I mean, did that come more natural than that audition of actually acting?
So I didn't rap when I auditioned. They had me acting, and I kept saying, "Where's Terrence?" So I could rap for Terrence. And y'all stay telling me recite these lines. I don't know what I'm doing. But I ended up doing it, and again, I got the role. But that goes to show you, what's for you, it won't miss you.
So for the viewers that's watching, that's looking to get in that field, like what's some tips that you can give them?
You cannot look at other folks' journey and expect your journey to be the exact same as theirs. What's for you is for you, and what's for you won't miss you. When it's your time, it's your time. But when it comes to pursuing an acting career, just keep pushing, keep moving forward. There's gonna be some times where you're gonna get discouraged. But also, if you got some friends who are breaking in the industry, who has already broken to the industry, ask questions. What do I need to do? How can I break into the industry? But the first thing you definitely gonna need is a headshot. And not only that, you need to be confident. I got 3 rules that I go by in life, in general. That's lie, steal, and pimp. Meaning, lie down your own rules, steal every opportunity that comes your way, and make this world your bitch. Lie, steal, and pimp.
How did you come up with that?
You know, I'm a lyricist. That's what we do.
Nice. So, to switch subjects a little bit, you have a huge family. how close are you all? And how is that reacting with them and interacting and giving them the time, and also being a full-time actress and working actress?
So I come from a family of eight siblings, 2 brothers, 5 sisters. We're very close. Nothing can break the bond that we have. If I need them, I'm there. If they need me, they know I'm there. And one thing I love about my tribe, listen, we're a village for real. We take care of one another. We uplift one another. We pour into one another. And one thing, I make it my duty to make sure my family is my priority. So one thing they ain't never got to worry about is if I don't show up for holidays, birthdays, and things like that. I'm there. That's a priority, because all we got, especially after losing my mother, all we have is our memories. So I make it my duty, even though I've already made it my duty before, but now it's different. I drop everything for them. Not that I didn't before, but it's a little bit different. Now I take it a little bit more serious.
My condolences on that.
Thank you.
Also, and you're in a way playing, you're the mom role now.
Yeah, I think I always have been. And not just to my family, to my friends, to my counterparts. I've always had this mother and nurturing spirit about myself, always feeling the need to take care of somebody, always feeling the need to pour into somebody. So I've always had that matriarch spirit.
And that's one thing that I admire about you, because like every time I see on Instagram or Facebook with you on red carpets, or whether you're hosting a big event with somebody, you always have your family with you.
Always.
With that being said, because we haven't done this yet, how is your love life? Because I never see that. How is that going?
My relationship with Jesus is amazing. You know, he is good to me. He don't never leave me hanging. He don't never let me down. No, unfortunately, I'm single. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm in a space where I am fluent with just focusing on my career, focusing on my family, and focusing on my mental health. And I got to thank Love McPherson for that, who's my therapist. I've been invested in my mental health, and she has been a great help and has played a big part in who I am today. And I'm perfectly fine with being single until the right person comes.
Do you think being single helps your career? Because you're able to invest more time in your career?
Nah. Not at all. Like I said, whenever I'm dealing with anybody, and if I love you, you are definitely a priority of mine. So working and being in a relationship is 2 different things. I know how to prioritize if I'm doing both. I know how to make time for the person I'm dealing with, and I expect them to do the same for me.
You have a foundation, Black Village Foundation. Why even get into that?
I love helping people. The reason why I started the Black Village Foundation was because of the uproar that happened back in 2020 with the murder going on with George Floyd, and all the rioting and looting started happening in different neighborhoods. And I had a lot of people DMing me saying, yo, I don't have any food. I need groceries. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy a couple families some groceries. And I remember meeting my partner, who's now my partner, Saba War. Ended up meeting her just randomly because we were supposed to meet with the mayor to try to figure out an initiative for Chicago. And I was telling Saba, you know, folks were DMing me, talking about groceries. And she said, well, let's do groceries for 500 people. Why not do a food drive? And I was like, a food drive? I ain't never did that before. I don't know how to do that. And she said, I can help you. I got people who got people who got people. And we ended up clashing, myself, Todd Bellacore, and a bunch of other folks. And we ended up putting this thing together in 3 days. And ended up servicing over 1,100 families. The goal was to feed 500 families, and we ended up servicing 1,100 families. And once I saw how many people were showing up for food, I said, oh no, this is bigger than food. You know, our people need the resources. So Saba and I, we started brainstorming on a couple things, and we came up with the Black Village Foundation. And what we do is we provide financial resources to young budding entrepreneurs on the south and west side of Chicago. So not only do we do food giveaways and toy drives and things like that, but we're also building the next Black entrepreneur.
What are some of the things that your foundation has done so far?
So my foundation, we have given away over $100,000 in grants, and we've only been an organization for a little over a year, and I think that's pretty substantial and pretty sustainable for an up and running foundation just coming out the blue and just being an idea at first and then actually bringing it into fruition. So we did give away over $100,000 in grants to Black entrepreneurs. We've teamed up with 160 Driving Academy to have folks get their CDL license, pick up a trade. We gave a grant out in honor of Breonna Taylor. So whoever was trying to pursue becoming a paramedic, we ended up funding them to take the class. We sent about 25 to 50 people to get their food sanitation license, to become a cook, a chef, or even open their own restaurant and things like that. We've done a lot. We've given away over, I want to say, 1 million pounds worth of food. We've serviced different neighborhoods, and right now our main focus is on the west side of Chicago because, you know, just like a lot of folks say, why South Side? They're also saying, why the west side? Why not? They need love too.
And it's amazing. All this started with you bringing a plate, trying to feed somebody.
Trying to feed some families. That's it. Literally trying to buy some groceries for a couple families, and it ended up being myself and Saba and my team taking care of thousands of families.
That's incredible. Yeah. So, how's the music going?
The music is amazing. The music is amazing. I just dropped a single called Humble. I directed the video. I produced the video. My brother, he produced the music. Leo, he's also a brilliant visionary who has helped me bring this video to fruition. That's out. You can stream it. It's everywhere. YouTube, iTunes, Tidal, whatever you name is there. Yeah. And I'm working, like I said, I'm working on my album.
Nice. One thing about you, you're really big on everything Black. Like I always got a vibe of a Queen Latifah type of just strong, powerful woman from you. Where do you get that from?
All these women you see on the wall, and it's funny you said Queen Latifah. She's actually on my wall. I grew up listening to very powerful, who I deemed as very powerful women. People like India Arie, Queen Latifah, and MC Light, women who weren't afraid to use their voices. And I always say, you know what? I want to be like that. You know, when I walk in a room, you're going to feel my presence. I've always wanted to be that woman, and I am that woman. And I also owe it to my 5th grade teacher, Miss Trotter. I remember Miss Trotter giving me this speech, Sojourner Truth, Ain't I a Woman? And I remember saying, I'm only in 5th grade. I ain't no woman. I don't want to say this speech. And I remember just killing it. And this is how I got into rapping and doing poetry and things like that. Miss Trotter, my 5th grade teacher. And I remember her saying, no, you got to say it this way. No, you got to project. You got to use your voice. And ended up doing it at a school play, school speech thingy, and killed it. And then I ended up speaking at schools all around Chicago, getting awards, getting trophies and things like that for that. And literally in 5th grade, me realizing like, oh man, I'm pretty powerful. I'm a pretty powerful kid. So I've always been that girl who try to walk in my power, walk in my truth, and walk in my light.
We're gonna go back to your foundation again.
Okay.
What is a memorable moment that you remember?
Oh my God. I got chills. So we were on the west side. We did our first food giveaway on the west side. We always do it on the south side, but the west side, we say, you know what? They need some tender love and care. There's not a lot of people going over there taking care of them. Let's make a difference. And I remember we were out there all morning and the sun started going down. I said, hey, Saba, the sun going down. We gotta get up out of here. You know, I don't know nothing about the west side. And I remember we had a whole pallet of food boxes left. And we thought we weren't gonna get them off. And I was like, man, it's taking forever. Normally our food drives, it happen like this and we done. We had over 1,200 food boxes. And there was a guy who drove up and said, what's going on? What is this? And I said, we're giving away free food boxes. Please take as many as you want. Oh, I'll take one. Gave him one. And then he stood there looking. And I said, you want another one? Because I can give you another one. You got some neighbors you want to give it to? Yeah, I got neighbors. I'll take take another one? I said, listen, sir, you can take as many boxes as you want because we're trying to get rid of it. No. Two is fine. I said, take 3. You sure? I said, yeah. Gave him the 3. And when I told him, listen, we could fill your back seat up and put it in your front seat and put it in your trunk. I want you to take it out, give it to whoever you need to give it to. And his reaction, he paused for a moment. And it was like he had an epiphany. He thought. He started thinking, and then he said, like he was holding back his tears. And he said, thank you. Thank you, but not thank you to me. Thank you to him. And seeing his reaction, I had to walk away because I called the Holy Ghost. And you just never know who you are a service to. You never know who you helping. I don't know if that man was on his last meal and these boxes just saved his day. Or he could have had a neighbor who'd been hungry for I don't know how long. And for him to come pick those boxes up, it was a blessing. And me and my team were all a blessing to somebody. That's amazing. It feels good helping other people, man. And like I said earlier, it's always a domino effect. When you help somebody, you give them the inspiration to want to help the next person. And then next thing you know, it's a domino effect. Now everybody is helping everybody. Nobody's down. Everybody is up because we're uplifting one another.
Why even waste your time on the south side of Chicago? What is the reason?
Well, one, I'm from the south side of Chicago. And I know what it's like to not have been reached back to. You know, that's one thing I always told myself. Whenever I do make a certain amount of money or whenever I do get a huge platform, I'm gonna make it my business to make sure that I reach back to the youth because I remember not having anybody reaching back to me. But as far as not servicing or taking care of Southside, that's blasphemy. Blasphemy. You know, and we're all we got. And I live by the slogan, it takes a village. And it truly does take a village. And you'd be surprised when you help one person, it's like a domino effect. Now that person gonna help the next person because they got inspired by you because you helped them.
What are some things we can look forward to in the future from you?
Oh my goodness, I am a whole director now, Toling. I'm directing movies now. I'm actually working on a script with Remy Ma. We're trying to do a movie this summer, fall-ish. I got a movie called Line Sisters dropping next week, February 12th. Make sure y'all see it. And I also got another movie that's dropping February 10th called North of the 10. And just working on my music. Super excited.
Who are some people that you look up to?
Oh man, the main person who inspired me from the ground up has always been my grandmother. My grandmother, she raised me and she was just a hustler in many ways. And she was also a nurturer. She took care of everybody in the neighborhood. And I think that's why I get my giving spirit from my grandmother. Always giving back, always reaching back.
Guy asked another question the other day. A kid came up and he said, what do I need to learn history for? What's the importance of Black history? What do you think the importance of Black History Month is?
The importance of Black History Month is knowing your roots. You cannot excel in anything without knowing where you come from and who paved the way for you. Had it not been for the Malcolms, the Martins, the Rosas, the Sojourner Truths, I wouldn't be where I am. They paved the way for people like myself. Even in the film industry, people like Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, they paved the way for people like myself. So knowing your history, and not only knowing your history, but becoming history is very important.
What are some don'ts that you would tell people don't do getting in this industry?
I would say don't be full of yourself. And also stay out of your head. Don't go in there. There's no room for you in your head. It's too small in there. Because the moment you start getting inside your head is the moment you'll self-sabotage yourself.
For that little boy or girl that maybe thinks, I can never be that actress, I can never be that musician or that doctor or lawyer, where I'm in the position in right now, I can never see those things. What would you say to those kids?
Speak on what you want because you can have what you say. I was that little girl who didn't think I could be who I am today. I was that little girl who didn't think beyond dreaming. Speak on what you want because you can have what you say. Everything that I put out into the universe, everything that I spoke into existence. I'm here because I dreamt it. So keep dreaming and keep speaking and keep, I don't know, just keep pouring into yourself. Because one day your cup definitely gonna overflow. Because I know my hands is. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
And once again, can you tell them what side of Chicago you from, the schools you attend, so they can know you are actual Chicagoan?
I am a real Chicagoan. I'm not from the suburbs. I am from Chicago, Illinois, South Side, Auburn Gresham. I went to Simeon. That was my high school, and I went to Walter Q. Gresham Elementary School. I was in the trenches for real.